like to welcome Marissa Bell and Tyler Fawcett to the stage to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Nice job. Thank you both. All right. Thank you. I would now like to welcome your principal, Mr. Busey.
Thank you, Ms. McGovern. Good morning and welcome to our 2018 Moving On ceremony for Gemini Cluster. This is always a very special occasion as we celebrate the achievements of our graduating class as they move on to high school after 3 years with us at Higgins. Actually, this is the final class that would have spent 1 year at the old building before moving over here, so there's a little bit of a history with this class as well. Some of you are going off to Peabody High, and others are going off to several other schools in the area. And regardless of where you're going from here, we are very proud to send you off. I would like to introduce a few of the folks that are helping us this morning to send you off in fashion. First of all, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Herb Levine. State Senator Joan Lovely. Our Mayor Ted Betancourt. School Committee Member Andrew Arnodis. Peabody High School Principal Eric Buckley. And State Representative Tom Walsh. At this point, I'd like to introduce or bring up Dr. Levine to say a few words.
Good morning and welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Come on. Good morning. Yeah. Thank you. That's great. You know, I'm retiring in a week and I could say anything. What are they going to do to me? Hi, kids. Congratulations. We're very proud of you. You've been a wonderful group. Parents, extended family, community members, everybody that's had anything to do with helping these kids get to where they are now, our fabulous teaching staff and administrators, thank you so much for your help and support. I wanted to talk to you just a little bit, kids. I'll tell you a little story that's true. Yesterday, I had a meeting with a high school student. Now, I want to tell you why I met with this high school student, because I had to meet with this high school student, same student, earlier in the year. This high school student had done something that he wasn't very proud of, and he was appealing to me as superintendent to make an exception for him to be able to play his sport when his sport came around. So he was in a little bit of difficulty. You guys should never do that. You should never put your life in the hands of somebody else. When you go through life, try to be in control of your own life. Be that as it may, we had a conversation in the fall, and that conversation, I determined that he was worth trusting, giving a break to, taking a chance on. We do that. That's what schools are. That's what schools do. Kids make mistakes. They deserve second chances, sometimes third. So we had a conversation about what I expected in return. And then I followed him through the year, from afar. I didn't follow him, literally. So I wanted to meet with him yesterday before the year ended because he did everything that he promised he would do. He kept up his grades. He went to school every day. He kept out of trouble. He was terrific socially. He was good on his team. And I wanted to tell him how important that was. My message to you is that as you grow older, as you go into high school, as you go through life, The very foundation of any relationship is trust. People have to be able to trust you. They have to be able to trust your word. When you give your word, keep your word. When you walk away from someone, you want them to be able to say, that's a person of honor. That's a person to be trusted. That may be the single most important thing that somebody says about you. They don't necessarily have to agree with you. They don't even necessarily have to like you. But people have to trust you, that you are who you are, that you do what you say, that you keep your promises. That's really, really important, especially as you go through life later on. So those are my words to you today. I wish you the greatest success. We look forward, very forward, to your great accomplishments that I know that you will do over the next few years. Whether you go to the high school or wherever it is that you're going, we wish you the greatest of luck. You will always be Peabody kids. Remember that. You can come back anytime for advice, help, and support. You will always be ours. So congratulations and best of luck.
Thank you, Dr. Levine. I would like to take a minute to thank Dr. Levine for his service as Superintendent of Schools for Peabody. He's been with us for a total of 4, but the last 3 in a row, and his impact on all of us and the entire district, it will be felt forever, and it will be missed. We wish you the best of luck in your retirement. At this point, I would like to bring up Mayor Ted Betancourt to say a few words this morning.
Thank you. Well, good morning. I am extremely honored to be here with all of you for the Higgins Middle School Moving On ceremony, an important moment in the lives of our 8th graders. And it's meaningful for 2 reasons. First, we are celebrating the achievement of an important milestone in the educational journey of our students, an opportunity for well-deserved congratulations in attaining this honor. But today is also a day to look forward in anticipation because our 8th graders will be going to high school next year. Some will go to Bishop Fenwick, St. John's Prep, and other good schools, but most of you will go to Peabody Veterans Memorial High School to experience some of the best years of your lives. At our high school graduation a couple of weeks ago, we honored over 400 incredibly talented and accomplished students with their diplomas, many preparing for their next step in going on to college. We have students attending some of the top colleges across the country, and it is something that makes me proud as mayor to see our young students having success in pursuing their dreams. It is important for our students, for all of you, to know that you can achieve all of your dreams and goals in life from right where you are here at the Higgins Middle School. I could speak for hours of graduates from Peabody who have gone on to accomplish incredible things. Last year, and I told this story last year, but I just thought it was amazing. I met a former student who graduated from the Higgins Middle School and graduated from Peabody High School, and I actually think he's there right now. But he joined an expedition. He's studying to be a marine biologist, and he joined an expedition to study whales off the coast of Africa. And just a couple of weeks ago, I met 2 other students, former students. One is an FBI agent, and another is an executive producer doing commercials out in California, and is also doing documentary work. And there's just amazing stories like that that I hear all the time of just wonderful, amazing things that our students are doing. Peabody graduates from the Higgins Middle School have become leaders in a variety of fields: in medicine, in the law, in business, in the military, in education, athletics, performing arts, and politics. From right where you are, I hope all of you know and believe that you can achieve whatever you want in life right from those seats. I want to congratulate all of the families and friends who are here. I know firsthand that it's a team effort to raise a child and bring them along. Congratulations to all of you. I know it's a proud day. I want to congratulate all of our wonderful teachers and staff and administrators here at the Higgins Middle School who work so hard and mean so much to our children and have really helped them, guide them along to achieve this important milestone. But most importantly, congratulations to all of you. This is a great day, one you should be proud of, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for all of you. Congratulations and best of luck.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you for your constant support of us here at Higgins. If it weren't for your support, we probably wouldn't be sitting in this room. We'd still be in the gym next door. Would not nearly be as cool, I can guarantee you that. This year in total, there are over 430 eighth graders moving on. And as you know, we are the largest middle school in the state. The size of our school, and with it the abundance of talent that is sitting right here in this room, athletically, artistically, and musically, along with the intelligence and character, is our greatest strength. It is with pride, as I mentioned earlier, that we send you on your way to turn your dreams into reality beyond Higgins Middle School. At this point in the program, we'd like to recognize the achievement, effort, and citizenship of some of our graduating Gemini students. And speaking of retirements, we have another member of our team that is retiring at the end of this year, so basically next week. She doesn't like me to say that it's been 34 years in the city of Peabody, 16 years Karen and I have worked together as administrators here at Higgins. She puts these events together. She does a wonderful job. And to kick off this portion of our program, I'd like to bring up Karen McGovern.
Thank you. It's always my honor to introduce our next guest, who is always a great supporter of the Higgins Middle School and is sponsoring one of our scholarship award winners. And this is a student that's chosen among their cluster by their teachers and their administrators for their outstanding accomplishments. So at this time, State Senator Joan Lovely.
Thank you. And good morning. I'm so pleased to be here today to honor this student. I do have just a couple of quick remarks, though. Also, it'll come. It's back. Okay. I also want to thank Dr. Levine for his years of service to students all over the district. Opportunity to meet Dr. Levine over 20 years ago when he was the superintendent in Salem and I was on the city council. And I was so pleased to be able to come back, or to be able to serve in the state senate and to be able to work with Dr. Levine again. So Herb, I just want to say congratulations and wish you all the best in your retirement. So I would like to read the name of a student, William Ramo. William is a student that exemplifies what a Higgins student should be. To begin, he is a leader in our school as a member of the National Junior Honor Society and a repeated recipient of the Principal's List status. He is an avid reader. However, his academics alone do not make him necessarily more worthy for this award than his peers. Where this student stands out is what he does beyond his allotted academic blocks. William exemplifies the notion of service by truly being a person for others. This can be seen in his time spent at the Rosewood Nursing Home as a volunteer. It is here that he makes a connection to an often isolated demographic of our community and brings joy. It is at Rosewood that he plays the occasional card game, but more importantly holds conversations that elate a group that often goes silent. Beyond his role as a volunteer, this student is exceptionally well-rounded. He can be seen in the numerous school-related and non-school-related clubs that he participates in. On any given day, he can be found broadening horizons as a member of the jazz band playing bass, concert band, chorus, cinema club, or a litany of others. Tennis, archery, basketball, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu are activities that he participates in to lead a healthy lifestyle. William Ramo is a paragon of excellence and is deserving of this award. Congratulations, William.
It's this portion of our program that we recognize students that have hit some spectacular milestones while we have been here at Higgins Middle School. So I bring back Mr. Todd Busey.
Sorry, I don't know why I handed that back to you. Before we begin this portion, I'd like to take a minute to acknowledge the Gemini faculty and staff. We are so fortunate to have a group of professionals with the perfect combination of desire to see their kids succeed and the understanding that it's the relationships that are the key to that success. First of all, returning today to be part of the ceremony from maternity leave, Nicole Reardon. And Reagan's backstage. I think, Kennedy's backstage. I'm not sure if Reagan is. Justin Woodbury's been filling in for Nicole Reardon and done a great job, Mr. Woodbury. Science teacher Jen O'Masta. English Maria Morrissey. And social studies Brendan Powers. The way we do math in 8th grade is that most have Miss Perry for their math teacher, Michelle Perry. And our algebra students in Gemini have Jen O'Connell. Nobody exemplifies more the combination of the desire to see their kids succeed than the housemaster and guidance counselor that have been right alongside this class for 3 years, Mr. Dennis Heenan, and Mrs. Heather Janolfi. Stay up. We have 2 very impressive graduating Gemini students that have achieved the lofty status of principal's list for each of their 12 marking periods here at Higgins. That means they're leaving us here today with a perfect 4.0 grade point average. And when I call their names, if they could just come up to the stage. First, Alexandria Crow. And Zach Badayu. We also have 5 Gemini students that have not missed a day of school during their entire middle school career. That's pretty impressive. This class, overall, the entire 8th grade class, has more students that have had perfect attendance throughout their entire middle school career than any of our most recent graduating classes that I can recall, at least. Especially impressive considering the calendar has been thrown off by snow days and we're going later than we usually do. So we would like to take a minute to acknowledge the following students for their exceptional dedication and commitment to our school. First of all, Emma Fitzgerald. Ketsia Kabea. Caitlin Letellian. I'm sorry. Gianna Nicolo. And Ariana Verdiglione. Great job, Gianna. Congratulations. Great job, everyone. There are 2 members of the Gemini cluster that have gone above and beyond in terms of volunteerism and community service this year. As PBD's representatives to Project 351, a statewide youth leadership program, these two ambassadors have given countless hours of their time to serving with the Governor and First Lady of Massachusetts, the Robert Kraft Foundation, the Martin Luther King School in Dorchester, Haven from Hunger, and most recently they led the largest service project in the state of Massachusetts for Cradles to Crayons during their annual clothing drive. I'd like to recognize Emma Bloom and Mark Patarelli for their contributions. At this point in the program, we'd like to take some time for our Gemini teachers to recognize the achievement, effort, and citizenship they've seen in their classes this year. To begin, I'd like to call up Mrs. Omasta.
Okay, so first, I have a student who has really served as a role model to all of the other students. She has great attention to detail in all of her work, and it's just been a wonderful asset to the class, and that person is Isabella Jude. And another student who has really had excellent effort and outstanding classwork and has been a very independent worker is Jacob Pell-Harris.
Thank you, Mrs. Omasta. To present the English Awards for the Gemini Cluster, Ms. Morrissey.
This young lady has been an exemplary student in English class this year. She has strong work ethic, a desire to succeed, and a maturity beyond her years. She's both creative and inquisitive, and it's with great pleasure that I award the English Achievement Award to Madeline Talbot.
That's my girl. Good job, Dad.
And this young lady has been one of the hardest working students I've seen in my career. Her incredible effort is unmatched, her dedication to her work is outstanding, and her kindness is exemplary. We will surely miss her bright smile and her positive attitude. Congratulations on the English Effort Award, Ariana Verdiglione.
Congratulations, Ariana. To present the awards for social studies, Mr. Powers.
So, for my first award goes to a student who knows
Mostly everything. She's a delight. She doesn't always like the spotlight, but she is ever so deserving of it. My award for excellence goes to Alexandra Crow.
Love you, Alex!
Congratulations again.
My second award goes to a student that is the exemplar of conscientious. If she ever missed an assignment, it's in the next day. If she was absent, she emails me at 3:15. If there's a test coming up, can I come at 7:45? Is there extra credit? Can I do more extra credit? She puts in every extra effort, even though she doesn't really have to, because she's excellent in the classroom. My effort award goes to Anselin Halo.
Thank you. Congratulations, Amy. To present two of the Gemini Math Awards, Ms. Perry.
Thank you. Good morning. As eighth graders, you have learned so much this year. There is one young man who impressed me early on in the year, particularly as he picked up math concepts extremely quickly and was able to do some problem solving that sometimes I didn't even think of. In addition to being wicked smart, he is also pretty vicious on the dodgeball court. It is my pleasure to acknowledge Ryan Rice for the Gemini Achievement Award.
Hey, sorry.
Thank you. Now, for eighth graders, I am proud of you all. You have worked really, really hard. But I would like to recognize one young lady for her extra effort. Throughout the year, I received regular emails from this young lady. She's a diligent worker. Now, the emails were confirming assignments or didn't understand something, and they would go back and forth and back and forth. She was very dedicated to making sure that she understand all new math concepts. Michelle Powers, you have earned the Gemini Math Award for effort.
Congratulations, Michelle.
Thank you.
We noticed, Ms. Perry, you didn't gloat in yours and the teacher's victory yesterday in dodgeball when you mentioned Ryan. To present the award for algebra in the Gemini cluster, Ms. O'Connell.
I'm very proud of all 24 of my Algebra 1 students for completing the 9th grade Algebra 1 curriculum in the 8th grade, and all 24 of you passed. Congratulations. The award for achievement in algebra from the Gemini cluster is presented to a student who prides himself on understanding each detail and strives for accuracy on a daily basis. I am proud to present this award to Zachary Medalio.
Congratulations again. Congratulations again to all of our Gemini Award winners.
At this time, we are ready for the presentation of our moving on certificates. Once again, I will ask you to refrain from clapping or yelling out names. We would like each student to be recognized and be able to be heard when you go back and view it on cable. So I ask you for your cooperation. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Heenan, who will speak to you for the last time and then announce your names. Mr. Peabody High School, leading you to the right of the podium. We have Dr. Levine and Mayor Betancourt, Mr. Busey, Senator Lovely, Representative Walsh, and school committee member leading you as you move.
Thank you, Ms. McGovern. Good morning, everyone. Students, before we stand up, Mr. Janofsky and I would just like to thank you. It was a wonderful 3 years together. I know I spoke to you 549 school days ago and told you we had 540 days together. We're at the end. You guys were great. You were a great group, and I appreciate everything that you've done over the last 3 years. Mr. Janofsky and I had a great time working with all of you. Parents, grandparents, guardians, it was very important that we worked together as well, and many of you we had to meet and work out some things over the past few years. It was a pleasure working with all of you, and I thank you all very much. And lastly, speaking of Ms. Janofsky, I just want to thank her for all her hard work over the last few years. No one has done more for the kids of all our clusters in the 8th grade over the past 3 years. Thank you for Ms. Janofsky. Okay, that was in large print. I got to get the glasses out for this. Would the members of the Gemini cluster, first row, please rise? And proceed to get your certificates. Anel Abreu. Tyler Arwark. J.C. Bernard. Luisani Canella. Michaela Claffey. Patrick DeLillo. Gabriella Drinkwater. Tyler Fawcett. Gabriel Gatonga. Scott Hurley. Joseph Isabella June. Ketsia Cabea. Caitlin L'Italian. Brady McGregor. Jakari Bannon. Isabella McCarthy. Zachary Medalio. Evan Morgan. Audrey Ouellette. Joanna Karazi. Spencer Ramo. William Sparonis. James Stratikos. Emily Surratt. Madeline Talbot. Ariana Vidiglione. Marissa Bell. Laura Benedito. Emma Bloom. Wesley Bowman. Zachary Brooks. Jared Campbell. Amanda Carmo. Joaquin Colon. Alexandria Crow. Ivy Dunbar Link. Zachary Fisher. Olivia Fitzgerald. Jake Colsrud. Jada Martinez. Joseph McCoy. Emma McGrath. Angel Madrano Almonte. Henry Maraca. Madison Oliver. Alana Paniton. Mark Patarelli. Irvin Perez. Isaac Rodriguez. Gavin Russell. Layla Shaheen. Roxana Tafini. Tamim Yassin. Michael Balke. Matthew Calver. Eric Caradano. Victoria Chefro. Renee Chanchuli. Gabriel Claro. Nicholas Kopp. Casey Cummings. Marina de India. Aaliyah Figueroa. Michaela Fisher. Hillary Garcia. Corey Green. Adam Lantich. Drixel Lopez. Rachel Monges. Gianna Nicolo. Jacob Pelhares. Dorian Perez. Michael Perez. Michelle Powers. William Ramo. Ryan Rice. Lynette Rojas Garcia. Andrew Shrimp. Dylan Seaver. Abriana Silva. Justin Sousa. Jody Alguemi. Joe Amico. Christopher Atsulu. Kylie Barrett. Isis Benson. John Corning. Connor Kroll. Adam Cunha. Jason Daly. Amanda Didinger. Emma Fitzgerald. Anselin Halo. Kendrick Hernandez. Christina Hickey. Hannah Kelly. Odin Machado. Leah O'Neill. Tamara Pena. Ronaldi Pena. Joseph Petrowski. Justin Powers. Taylor Ross. Cloira Sharka. Kaylee Silva Machado. Brendan Smith. Jordan Tompkins. Jake Weston. Congratulations to all the members of the Gemini cluster.
Thank you. At this time, this concludes our presentation. I appreciate our special guests that took the time out of their day to be here this morning for us. And I ask that you keep the aisles clear as the students will be filing out on both sides. So if you could clear out the back, please. Thank you.